Hey guys, Flex Footballers over here bringing you another transfer talk video, and this video, as you all know by now, is where I round up some of the biggest confirmed deals and some of the biggest rumours that are floating around out there in the footballing world. Seasons are getting back underway, the transfer window is ticking down, the clock is ticking down to deadline day, and things are really beginning to heat up if they weren't already well and truly heated up before now. So without further ado, let's begin. There is only one place to start, and it's the breaking news that reports are coming out today and saying that Thiago to Liverpool is finally happening. It's finally happening. Reports from The Athletic have come out today and said that the Reds are finally willing to match Bayern Munich's asking price of 30 million euros for the Spanish midfielder. It's expected that this deal will be wrapped up as soon as possible, as this deal has been rumoured to be progressing behind the scenes for some time now, with only the fee between the clubs being the initial stumbling block. This is going to be a huge move for the Reds. I've spoke about Thiago in the past on a few occasions whenever I've brought him up in one of these types of videos, and I'm a huge admirer of his, and to have him not only in the Premier League but at my favourite club as well is something I'm very excited about, as you can probably tell. We wait and see, of course, how this one plays out, but there finally seems to be some big movement in the Thiago saga. Our next story brings us on to another big story in the form of Tottenham Hotspur and Gareth Bale. Reports have come out over the past few days, of course, that Tottenham were very interested in signing back the Welsh winger. Well, reports come out yesterday and suggesting that that move is moving ever closer for the Welshman. And right now, he's awaiting permission to fly to London in order to complete this very deal. The move is set to be an initial loan move in which Spurs are willing to pay £20 million in both wages and loan fees. But if all things go ahead as planned, Bale will once again become a Tottenham player. The 31-year-old, of course, left Tottenham for Madrid 7 years ago, but despite helping Madrid to multiple Champions League triumphs and a couple of La Liga triumphs, his relationship with the Madrid supporters and the Spanish media has always been a bit on the frosty side. He never really seemed to fit in and be appreciated for what he brought to the squad, hence why he wanted to spend more time on a golf course than playing on a football pitch. But here's a chance for him to move back closer to home in terms of Wales, of course, and be back at a club that will appreciate and respect him more. He isn't the same Gareth Bale who left the club in 2013, but he will be a welcome addition to a side who are in need of experience, of leadership, and of winning big trophies. Bale, of course, ticks both them boxes, as well as his other attributes he possesses as being a player and being a versatile and flexible pick across them forward positions, possessing bags of pace, of course, and that fierce left foot that he has. Either way, it would be good to see the Welsh talisman back in the Premier League. From Tottenham to their fierce rivals Arsenal. Yes, this news that I'm going to talk about is a couple of days old, but it's worth putting in here as it was the news that every Arsenal supporter was waiting for. The news that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Arsenal's superstar striker, their talisman, finally extended his stay with the Gunners by putting pen to paper on a new contract extension. The Gabon striker's contract was set to be up next year, and although whether he would or wouldn't sign a new deal at the club was dragged out over the summer and seemingly for all eternity, it seems, probably much longer than it should have been, he's finally put an end to any speculation by signing a new 3-year deal. The 31-year-old is now allegedly set to earn a whopping $375k a week, which puts him at the top of the table of biggest earners in England's top flight division. I'm not going to go on about wages here. I think players should earn the going rate of whatever money is being thrown around these days. It makes it ridiculous, but who am I to call judgment on how much a player should earn? But especially for a guy like Aubameyang, who's carried Arsenal on his back for the past 2 seasons, Look, if it wasn't for his goals last season, Arsenal would have probably been in a relegation battle and they certainly wouldn't have won the FA Cup. So fair play to him for bagging this big money contract. But the bottom line here is Arsenal fans will certainly be happy that their star man has signed a new deal at the Emirates, as Aubameyang has signed a 3-year contract to keep him at Arsenal Football Club. Sticking with Arsenal for our next story a little, this one mainly focuses around Aston Villa though, who have signed Arsenal goalkeeper Emi Martinez. The Argentine goalkeeper has made the switch from the Emirates to Villa Park for a reported fee of £16 million, with the potential of add-ons to go with that, so the fee could be totaled up to around £20 million by the end of it, and he has signed a 4-year deal with the club. Martinez, of course, made quite the impression in the Premier League towards the end of last season when he came in for the injured Bernd Leno at Arsenal. He put in some impressive performances and, of course, helped the Gunners to FA Cup and Community Shield triumphs. However, with Leno back from injury, there was debate over who would be starting as number one choice for Arsenal and Mikel Arteta. And with an offer like this, Arsenal felt it was too good of an offer to turn down, and besides, he's more likely to be a first choice goalkeeper at Villa than at Arsenal. He becomes Villa's third major signing of this window, as Matty Cash, formerly of Nottingham Forest, and Ollie Watkins, formerly of Brentford, have also been brought in by Dean Smith this summer. Our penultimate story is a brief one, and it comes from Leicester City, who are reportedly close to making their second signing of this window in Cengiz Under. The Turkish international is set to be a top target for the Foxes, and it's said that an initial loan move with an obligation to buy is how the deal will be structured. It's still a little while away from being confirmed, but this could be a pretty good deal and an underrated piece of business by the Foxes should this come off. The left-footed winger has scored 17 goals in 88 games for the Serie A club. And for our final story, we come full circle back to Liverpool, and their striker Rihan Brewster is the focus of this next story. His future at the club has been up in the air for some time now, and it seems he is set to leave Liverpool once again this summer. But the question is whether he will leave on loan or whether he will leave permanently. The answer seems to be, as of right now, he will be leaving permanently. Allegedly, bids from both Sheffield United and Aston Villa have been agreed by the club. How much truth there is to these reports and rumours, I'm not sure. But both clubs have been rumoured to be interested in the young English striker for some time now, and there have been conflicting reports in the past of loan and permanent moves from both parties being in the works for a while. It's being said that if he is fully to leave the club this summer, the Reds will be sure to put in a buyback clause for the 20-year-old, but his options seem very open at this present time. We wait and see how the future of young Rihan Brewster plays out. And with that, that wraps up yet another transfer talk video. But of course, I want to know what you guys think. What do you make of all of these stories? What do you make of Thiago going to Liverpool? What do you make of Bale returning to Tottenham? What do you make of Aubameyang committing his future to Arsenal and the Emirates for another 3 years at least? What do you make of Emi Martinez going to Aston Villa? What do you make of Leicester City's possible second signing of this summer in Cengiz Under? And what do you think and make of the future of Rihan Brewster? Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts, your comments, your opinions on all of these stories. It would be great to read them. Otherwise, hit that like button on the way out if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new or want to see more content like this. Both things will be greatly appreciated as always. And as always, thank you all so much for watching and listening. I've been Fletch. This has been another Transfer Talk video, and I will see and speak with you all again soon in another video.